In this video, we are going to look at completing a form from a lookup area of data on another sheet. So if we have a look at this spreadsheet, what we're going to have a look at is the way that you may complete this manually, and then we'll have a look at the way that we're going to complete it with an Excel formula. So in this scenario, we have a developer who have some palettes, and their customers choose a palette to complete their home and make it personal to them. But they have 3 palettes to choose from. They want to go to a sheet, enter the plot number, which we will leave for this session. We want them to pick a palette and it will autocomplete all of the options down here. So for example, if we have midnight, it will change. And if we have aurora, this will change. So what we're going to do is, first of all, consider how would that be done manually? Well, there's a lookup table that I have added in that is in here. And what we've got is we've got the items down the left-hand side. So we've done it as a table, and then each of them across the top, and they have got the information filled out in them. So here we go. It's just really looking at that table. So essentially, when you look for something like the vanity unit, it's looking at what position it is. So it's making it almost like a map with grids. We want to know it's in position 1, and then what coordinate. It's aurora, so that's 3. So it would pull in that bit of information. And that's how we work with this. It's using the data as a grid, finding the coordinates, and then bringing through the information where the coordinates are matching. Before we do that, let's have a quick look up the top at this. This is just a drop down. And if I go to data and I go to data validation here, this is just a list. And just to say, a list can be taken from data horizontally as well as vertically. So if we OK that, we've added data validation in. The next thing I'm going to do is just show you how to do the matching first, so that we understand how the coordinates are being put together. So I'm going to do equals match here. And the first coordinate that we need is the row number. So I'm going to say match the bathroom vanity unit and match it to this range here. And importantly, I need to make it exact match. You may notice that up at the top here, and that means that you don't necessarily have to worry if it's in alphabetical order. Otherwise, you'd have to worry that everything was in alphabetical order, and otherwise it may pick the wrong information. Just check the video on lookups for that. So that would give us position 1. And just to confirm that, if we look at that, it's looking at each position. And I didn't fix my range here. So let's just go back to there. And this is why you need to fix your range here. And that is position 1, 2, 3, 4, which is what we expected. We'll have a look at the other one as well. So equals match. This is the aurora. Where am I going to match it to? I'm going to match it to here. Again, I'm going to fix it and I'm going to put in there. Now that's given me an NA. Now, if we put that at the end, find an exact match, it works. And that is because aurora is not alphabetically at the beginning. So it is important when you don't have things sorted that you use that exact match. Otherwise, it returns an error. So we're going to ignore that now and just put it in next to it so that you can see that my example works and how this pulls together. So we now use the index function first of all. The index function simply first defines the array, which is that. And of course, we're going to take it down several rows. So we must fix it using RF4. So that is our array. We then need to go, as you can see here, for the row number. And instead of typing it in, we will use the match function to actually type the row number. What are we matching it to? We're matching it to this cell here. If you're in the same sheet, you don't necessarily need the sheet reference. We just need the cell reference. And we want to match it there. Now, this we don't want to fix because we want it to be able to go down to each one, of course. So that, and where are we going to look at? Up in there, and we do want to fix that. And then our important 0 at the end. And then we need to do the second coordinate, which is the column coordinate. And we're going to also match that one as well. So it finds it out as we're doing it. And we go back to our main sheet so we can click on that. And that needs to be fixed because there's only one of them. And I can just leave that as C4. Okay, and where am I looking that up in? I'm looking at it up in here. Remember, fix it and be careful to add the 0. That finishes off that formula, and a second bracket finishes off the index, and that then should match. That is our index matching. Try it for yourself with a lookup. See you soon.